It was essential. I don't remember this person, Doraemon said slowly, but I believe you. And if he was important enough to make you cry,
then we need to find a way to reverse this.
He took the Dictator switch and examined it closely. The gadget was simple in design, but complex in function. Erasing someone from existence required manipulating timeline causality at a fundamental level. There might be a way, Doraemon murmured. If the Dictator
switch erases existence, then there must be a mechanism for restoration. Otherwise, accidental activations would cause permanent damage to the timeline.
Is there an undo button? Somewhere probably, but I don't see it. Then find it!
Doraemon turned the gadget over. On the bottom, barely visible, was a small panel that required a specific tool to open, a tool that only existed in Doraemon's pocket.
Aha!
He retrieved the gadget maintenance kit and opened the panel. Inside was a secondary button, smaller than the first, marked with a symbol that translated to restore. The restore function exists, but it has a condition.
To restore a deleted person, someone must speak their name while pressing the button while truly
believing they deserve to exist.
That's easy, Nobita!
Wait, it says truly believing. That means understanding why. They deserve to exist. Why this person matters. Why the universe is worse without them.
I know why! He's my friend!
Is that the only
reason? Think about it, Jian. Really think. This person you erased, what did they bring to the world? Jian's face scrunched with the effort of genuine emotional reflection, which was not his specialty. He tried to think of Nobita, not as a target, not as a source of things to take, but he made people laugh. Not by being funny, but by being himself. He'd trip over nothing, and somehow that would brighten up everyone's day.
What else?
He never gave up, even when he should have given up. He'd fail 100 times and still try the 101st.
It was annoying, actually, but also kind of inspiring.
What else?
He cared about people, even when they didn't deserve it. He'd try to help.
Sunio, even when Sunio was being terrible. He'd forgive me even when I didn't ask for forgiveness. He was kind, genuinely kind.
Cracking now. He was too good for how I treated him. And I erased him. Like he was nothing. Do you believe he deserves to
exist?
More than me. Definitely more than me.
Then press the button. Say his name. Mean it.
Jian's massive
finger hovered over the tiny restoration button. He took a deep breath, thinking about Nobita. Not the target, but the person. Not the victim, but the...
Nobita Nobi, you deserve to exist. I'm sorry I ever made you feel otherwise.
World flickered again. Colors shifted, sounds realigned, and suddenly, with the force of a timeline correcting itself, Nobita was. He appeared in the center of the Doraemon's room, gasping like someone who had been holding their breath underwater. He looked around wildly, disoriented and terrified.
What happened? Where am I? Why?
Do I feel like I just stopped existing?
Because you did, and it was my fault.
Nobita looked at Jian, at the tears on his face, at the guilt in his expression, at the apologetic stance that was so utterly unlike him.
What?
I erased you.
With a button! You were gone! Everyone forgot you existed! And then Jian's voice caught. And then I realized what I'd lost.
You missed me?
I erased you from existence, Nobita!
Of course I missed you!
I don't hate you. I never hated you. I didn't know how to be your friend without being terrible. It's the only thing I knew how to...
Nobita stood in stunned silence, processing the fact that he had been erased from existence and then restored by the person who usually made...
You brought me back. I had to. Why?
Because you're my friend.
And the world without you was wrong. Empty.
I didn't
know you mattered that much until you weren't there. Doraemon watched this exchange with something that felt suspiciously like emotion. Memory was still reassembling for him. Fragments of adventures, moments of connection, years of friendship slowly clicking back into place. Nobita, he said, the name feeling right in a way he...
I remember you now. My best friend. Doraemon!
Nobita threw himself at the robot cat, hugging him with the desperation of someone who
Had briefly ceased to exist.
You forgot me!
Everyone forgot you. That's how the Dictator switch works.
It removes you so completely that even memory is erased.
That's horrible!
It's extremely horrible, which is why it's classified as the most dangerous gadget in my collection.
Nobita pulled back from the
You really felt bad when I was gone?
I felt like part of the world was missing. Like there was a hole where something important used to be.
That's actually really sweet, Gian.
Don't call me sweet! I have a reputation!
You literally...
just cried about me.
I had something in my eye!
Both eyes?
There was a lot of dust!
Despite everything, the terror, the erasure, the existential horror of briefly not existing, Nobita found himself laughing. Gian, confused by the response, started laughing too. And Doraemon, watching his two friends connect in a way they never had before, felt something warm in his mechanical heart.
We should destroy the Dictator switch. Can we destroy it? Probably.
Not safely, but we can definitely hide it somewhere it will never be found.
Where? The pocket dimension where please?
You, the pocket dimension, where I keep things that are too dangerous for any situation, including apocalyptic ones. It's basically a void where nothing can be accessed.
What else is in there?
Things you don't want
to know about. Trust me. The Dictator switch was consigned to dimensional oblivion, joining the collection of gadgets that should never have been invented. But the experience had changed something fundamental between the friends. Gian was still Gian, large, loud, prone to violence and bad singing. But he looked at Nobita differently now, with an awareness that his usual target was actually someone worth protecting rather than tormenting. And Nobita was still Nobita, small, lazy, prone to the failure and whining. But he knew something he hadn't known before. That he mattered. That even the person who seemed to hate him most actually valued his existence.
So, about your manga.
Keep it!
What?
I said keep it! Consider it
A gift! Because you're my friend and I'm trying to be better!
That might be the first gift you've ever given me.
Don't make it!
Weird! Too late. It's extremely weird.
They left the room together,